Hey guys, Kyle here with Kyle's Crackin' Whips, and in this video I would like to showcase a batch of whips that I have for sale. I'm going to give each one of these here a test crack. I'm also going to talk a little bit about the construction details of each one of these whips. So let's get right to it, guys. Hopefully they won't fall over here. With this little guy right over here. Now this is a 3-foot nylon snake whip. All these whips over here are going to be made out of nylon, and each one of them are going to be dipped in wax. This enhances resistance to moisture a lot better than, say, if it wasn't dipped in wax. But as you can see here, it's red, yellow, and black. Very, very attractive look. Very, very sharp looking. Still pretty stiff, so it needs a little bit of breaking in. So let's give this one a little bit of a test crack, shall we? And of course the camera moves. Here we go. Very, very nice idea for a compact situation. Speaking of a compact situation, if you're looking for something in the lines of a bullwhip, check out this little guy right over here. This is about 32 inches, I want to say. So it's a very, very, very small whip. But it's good for when you're in like compact areas like your garage or a living room, or if you're a performer that's going to be performing in a bar or something like that. So I'll give this one a little bit of a test crack for you. Very, very sharp whip to crack. And you know, something about shorter whips, they're a little bit easier to do things like the volley whip. Sorry, the wind's blowing in my face. I'll show you the next whip I got over here. This one is a real beauty. This is a 4-foot nylon bullwhip. I love, love, love the neon green and black combination. I love how like the bands are all solid. This is a pretty ideal whip for a beginner. I've had a lot of people that I've taught over the years start off on a 4-foot bullwhip, and they seem to do it just fine. So I'll give this one a few test cracks for you. I gotta step back a little bit further. Very, very easy to crack. Alright, so that's this guy. The ground is a little bit wet, but that's okay considering they are waxed. They're going to hold up to moisture a lot better than, say, a whip that's not waxed. Get these out of the way for a moment. Alright, next bullwhip is a 5-foot nylon bullwhip. Now the construction details is a little bit different. 2 bellies, 12-plat overlay, just like the ones you saw over there. But instead of a fall hitch, I added a taper twist. Now this is something that I do with a lot of performance hybrid whips, and the reason for that is because it helps it flow a little bit nicer, if that's the proper term you want to use. But very, very nice whip to crack. It's absolutely a joy. And this is actually probably one of my finest whips that I've ever made, at least one of them. So I've actually thought about keeping this one, but I think I'm going to sell it. So let's give this whip a test crack. I'll show you how this flows just so nicely. And look at that. Effortless. Of course the cracker gets a little tangled, but that's okay. But this is going to be a really, really fun whip for some target work too. Alright, next whip I'm going to show you is not a bull whip, but a performance hybrid whip. This is by far one of my favorite types of whips to use. A single belly underneath the 12 plat overlay. It's not shot loaded, so it's a little bit lighter, but the wax gives it a little bit of the proper weight that you want. It's got a PVC handle, all white, so this will look really, really nice for the stage, and very, very eye-popping. Very, very eye-popping. And a lot of fun to use. I have a joy using these. I've used them in performances all the time for two-handed work, for volleys, even for target work. So that's this guy. A lot of fun to use. Now the next whip I'm going to show you is a Florida cow whip, even though it was made in Pennsylvania. But the handle is an old shovel handle that I had laying around, and I really wanted to do something in the lines of Florida cow whips because there's something about them, you know, the history behind them and the way they look, just a lot of fun to make. But this is a great whip if you're a rancher for cattle or sheep and you want something to make a loud noise to get them to move. This will definitely do it for you. And I'll demonstrate that for you in just a moment. Got to really back up. I mean, this is 6 foot long, guys. Very long whip and very loud. Alright guys, and last but certainly not least, we've got over here a 7-foot nylon bullwhip, all black with this beautiful silver collar over it. I love all black whips, but I like to have something over here to give it a little bit more of an appealing look as opposed to just an all black whip. 7 foot long, not shot loaded, so very light. Very nice for a beginner. It's going to be a little bit heavier, it's going to be a little bit longer, so some beginners might find it a little bit more difficult to work with, but very smooth. Great again for target work, and really great for forward flicks. This is probably one of my favorite whips for doing forward flicks with, and I'll show you what I mean in just a moment. Again, got to really back up because this is a really long whip, guys. Have it, guys. Now if you are interested in any of these whips that I have available, or you want a custom whip for yourself, all my contact information will be in the description box below. That will be my Facebook, my Instagram, and my email address. But I would like to thank all of you out there for watching, and I hope to hear from you soon. Take care, guys.